今日から始まった NLCS ナショナルリーグチャンピオンシップシリーズですが、ドジャースとメッツの第1戦は9対0でドジャースの勝利となりました。メッツの先発は千賀滉大投手で、前回のディビジョンステージで好投をしていたこともあり、今回も期待されての登板でしたが、うまくボールをコントロールできず、なかなかストライクが入らない投球となり、1回3分の1を投げて3失点、自責点3の悔しい登板となってしまいました。その安定しない投球の隙を突き、ドジャース打線が奮起、ホームラン0本ながら9安打で9得点という超効率的な攻撃によりメッツを下しました。大谷翔平選手もここ最近不調を言われていましたが、今日は4打数2安打で惜しくもアウトとなりましたが、ホームラン性のあたりも出て調子の回復が見られました。しかし今日の主役は何といってもその投手陣。先発のフラハティ投手をはじめ、なんとこの試合終了時点でパドレス戦の第3戦の2回以降33イニング無失点という記録を樹立し、この記録がどこまで継続するのか注目が集まっています。今日は試合後の現地番組の様子を翻訳してお届けいたします。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーに関する現地放送局の様子を翻訳してお届けしておりますので、お見逃しのないように今のうちにチャンネル登録をお願いいたします。
Poppy, this is for you. Shohei Otani in particular, he is an absolute beast. When he smells steak, when he smells the RBI.
When he smells steak, baby, he's ready to eat it. Check this out right here, 6'8" with a steak on base.
Kid, hold on.
Oh.
For those,
you know how he crushes
those people at home that may not be the biggest baseball fans and understand what
they
you're
know
talking
what a
about.
steak means.
It's a good call.
Okay,
Yes,
let me break it down
that.
for you. Let me break it down for you. When I go to the restaurant, I always go for the best steak in the house.
And usually
right?
order two of them.
No, you ordered two of them the other night.
I did.
It means that when you go to the plate to hit, when you see running and scoring position, we call that a steak, and we go in.
But Poppy, answer the question: why does everything have to be a food analogy?
Hey man, come on, man, give me a break.
Derek, I think what you were after there was an RBI, a ribeye steak. Is that what you were going for there?
You did a great job. I think you did a great job explaining that. I think you did.
By the way, don't sleep on Max Muncy saying he was trying to get Kodai Senga to throw up in the zone. Throw up in the zone. I mean, Senga it was really kind of hard to watch because he obviously wasn't sharp in this start tonight. He hasn't pitched a lot during the season for various reasons, and that kind of set the tone in the Dodgers' favor, and they never let their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, I mean, it was a little surprising. You know, chalk it up at jet lag, whatever you want. You know, a little unfair to him. He hasn't pitched much, you know, lately, and, you know, you're sending him out there in game one of the NLCS against a hot Dodgers team. But, hey, it's a series for a reason. Right? This is one game. Whether you lost 1-0 or 9-0, you move on till tomorrow. The unfortunate thing for the Mets is it's an early game tomorrow, so things turn quickly.
I tell you what, I think he got away with less runs scored based on the way he pitched, based on the way he started the game. I mean, you're talking about you facing one of the best offensive teams in baseball, which is the Dodgers. And at the beginning, he walks on batters, he got in trouble, he gave up a couple of runs, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I thought that the Dodgers were going to score at least 6 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, it could have been worse for sure. And when you have to face Shohei Otani in the first inning, things have a tendency to go south if you're a starting pitcher. Let's talk about Otani, because after the home run in Game 1 of the Division Series, Alex, he'd been quiet, let's face it, came out of it in a big way today.
Yeah, he went 3 for 18 with 10 punchies, and what I was seeing, fellas, he was a little rushed. And when you're a tall guy, just like the three of us, like Otani is, it's imperative to be early on time and get that foot down. I'm going to show you in this video right here how he got the foot down early. Watch where the ball is and watch where he's already to hit. He can hit to right, center, or left. And when you're tall, like you're him, like 6'4", it's important to get down early and allow yourself to have that beautiful stroke that produced a lot of home runs this year. But when you're late, fellas, and you're tall, it's twice as hard. It's not like Altuve can be late. He can get away with it. We can't, and neither can Otani.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, we also have to give credit to that good pitching staff that the San Diego Padres has. Because we always say this, and we know this, good pitching can't stop good offense. It doesn't matter what kind of batters you are. Good pitching, if they are locating their pitches like they were, because that's what happened with Otani. Otani had to face you Darvish in 2 games. That's pretty much 6 at bat.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you Darvish pitched the game of his life, both of them. He located his pitches very well. He keeping up for balance. and that's when you walk into the I'm not hitting now.
And Derek, you made a good point about Darvish messing with his timing a little bit, and I think that caused a little disruption on Otani's swing. What'd you see?
Of course, yeah. I think, he's going to mix it up. Darvish is going to mix it up. But I would just chalk it up to Otani being bored with no one on base. He's like, I'm not even going to waste my energy. I'm just going to go back to the dugout and wait until I have some guys on base next time I'm up. But, when you have a hitter like him that's as talented as him, that can hit for average, that can hit for power, use all fields, it's just a matter of time before he breaks out. Look, we talked about this before. When you're playing in the postseason, everything is amplified. Now, if you go 2, 3, 4 games during the regular season and you don't get a hit, no one even pays attention
Nobody
to it.
know about it.
You do it in the postseason, it's a huge story. But I give it to Otani because there's something about him focusing. I don't want to say focusing, but coming through more when there's runners on base.
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Dodgers, John Hartung, Nomar Garciaparra, Oral Hershiser, and a rowdy Dodgers crowd here as they turn in an emphatic victory to open up this National League Championship Series, their third consecutive postseason shutout, 33 straight scoreless innings for the Dodgers pitching staff. That ties a Major League record. Jack Flaherty absolutely brilliant for 7 innings in this game. And the offense, they scored early, they scored often. They were even dropping down sacrifice bunts, and they cashed in a pair of those, Nomar.
I love that. I love the sacrifice bunt, moving guys over. We talk about postseason, 90 feet matters, so the offense was able to take care of business. But really, the story was all about Flaherty. Flaherty came in and did exactly what the Dodgers needed. They needed an ace out there on the hill in Game 1 for him to go deep in the ball game. He did more than just go deep. He went out there, put up scoreless innings as well. And then from the offensive side, I love the fact that you can have more walks than strikeouts from the offense and still get knocks. It wasn't about the long ball. It was just hit after hit after hit.
One extra base hit, right? Mookie's double that kind of clears the bases. You think about what Jack Flaherty did, but he got an awful lot of support. Not only did they have more hits than strikeouts, but they got more walks and strikeouts. This was just a perfect team effort, and it was so good to see that it was small ball that all this offense was created, because that's the kind of baseball that we did not play in the past when they didn't made it out. And listen to this crowd behind us. This is unbelievable. I can't even hear my own self in my IFBs right now. This is ridiculous, but Flaherty was amazing. The Dodgers were amazing. This crowd's amazing, and they're going to have to do it all over again around noon tomorrow.
As the kids like to say, Dodger Stadium, it's a vibe. Because, boy, this was a lot of fun on a Sunday night. And we talked about the small ball. Tommy Edman dropped down a sacrifice bunt. He also had an RBI single right after his sacrifice bunt. Shohei Otani knocked in the run. Tommy Edman, one of many guys that played a key role in this Dodgers Game 1 victory. Obviously, the story on the pitching side was Jack Flaherty. And, as parents, or if you're not playing in the game, your mom is always more nervous. And Jack Flaherty's mom came and talked to us inside the dugout club after the 3rd inning, and Jack was looking fantastic. She's like, I'm so nervous, I need to go eat some French fries. But her son, Oral, was in control all night long through those 7 innings.
It is harder to watch than it is to throw the baseball. Believe me, I've seen that watching my son. I know Nomar with your kids. It is so much harder. You don't want to live vicariously through them, but you definitely are pulling for them because you don't want to see their feelings hurt. You don't want to see their profession dented. But you know what? It was a lot of fun to watch him tonight because he was on his game the whole time. It was the fastball command that really set things up. Everybody knows he's got the great slider and a good curveball. But you've got to show them that you will fill up the zone, get ahead in the count, and then be able to use your off-speed stuff.
I thought that fastball there, when we see that called strike there, was an unbelievable pitch. It was sending a message to the opposing team that I have command, and command at the bottom part of the zone. When you are an opposing team and you're facing a guy with the slider, we always talk about get the slider up. It has a tendency to be flat. If it's down, you let it go because it's going to be a ball. But when you're throwing a fastball down in the zone for a strike, now all of a sudden your sights are down there. So not only do you go, okay, I take it, and it's going to be a fastball, but then the slider looks like a fastball, and then you find yourself swinging and missing at it because it is diving out. He had all his pitches going, unbelievable execution all day long, and just the poise and the demeanor on the mound. He was determined to go out there, go deep in the game. He got the job done.
Yeah, he looked locked in really from the first inning, but I'm sure it helped having some offensive support. The Dodgers got him runs early this game. And Nomar, you talk about about it all the time during the regular season about when you get to the postseason, it's a different game. You have to play smart ball. You have to do the little things. The Dodgers did that brilliantly well tonight.
They really did. I mean, I love this because why do you sacrifice, why do you put on, we're talking about the bottom part of the lineup. We've been saying, turn the lineup over. What does this do? I mean, imagine the pressure here now that the opposing manager has. You got Shohei Otani, who's been outstanding the last couple of months with runners in scoring position. I mean, just off the charts good. What, are you going to walk him to get to Mookie Betts? I mean, right? Like, that's why you want to move guys over. It's a little bit different. And also a pitcher feels different going, okay, I have a man at first compared to a man at second when I'm trying to make the pitches. Guys in scoring position puts pressure on the pitcher, and it potentially makes mistakes. You can capitalize on it.
Yeah, overall, talent works during the regular season. Overall, letting them hit and driving the ball works during the regular season. But in the postseason, 90 feet matters, and pressure matters, and momentum matters. And these guys are doing a great job. They know what happened in the past, not hitting with runners in scoring position, swinging and missing too much. There's a completely different theory about the offense that the Dodgers are bringing to this postseason.
What a great start to this National League Championship Series. Ben Kasparius doesn't have a lot of Major League experience, but he was able to come in tonight and get the final 3 outs, including a strikeout to end it. Had to be a really cool moment.
First of all, Lux, what's his...
He had a hip flexor tightened up, and so just felt that, wanted to be extra cautious and felt that, get him out of the game.
You know anything yet for tomorrow?
I think he'll be fine, whether I decide if he's in there or not. But as far as availability, I think he'll be available, yeah.
And Flaherty, what'd you kind of make of that whole thing about how that all came together and how that looked like?
It was just a pitching clinic. I thought he did a great job of filling up the strike zone with his complete mix, used his fastball when he needed to, just minimize damage. And, once we caught a lead, he did a great job of just going after those guys and attacking. And, for us to get 7 innings in a long series was huge.
Go to Bill in the second row.
Dave, postseason heroics here, pitching from Sandy to Clayton to Fernando and Oral. For you guys to set a postseason scoreless inning record, but to do it with the number of pitchers you've done it with and a bullpen game, and I know Jack went 7 tonight. What does that say about where you guys are as a team, but also how the game has changed?
The game has certainly changed. And I think that from our perspective, I think it's just a collective effort. Certainly the players that were involved in all those scoreless innings have been fantastic. I think defensively, we've been very good defensively, converting outs when we need to. I think the coaches have done a great job of relaying the information and making it, tangible and allowing for our pitchers and catchers to do a great job of sequencing, catching the ball the right way, and then the front office, just the information we get. So I just think that how we're preventing runs, it's a complete, team effort, collective effort.
Go to Adam in the front.
Back to Flaherty. There's a lot on a guy when a team brings a high-profile player in at the deadline, and then he gets game 1, and there's more on him. How has he handled all that part of it, sort of being the guy to come in and help with everything else going on in your starting pitch?
I think that for us, we're getting Jack at the perfect time as far as he's a veteran player. He's been through a lot, highs, lows, and found his way back. This is certainly a childhood dream for him and his family. And we just knew that, you vet a guy and you just feel that he can handle this market, handle pitching in a playoff game, starting a playoff game. And so that wasn't really a surprise for us. And I felt, like I said tonight, I think he's going to spit out a really good one tonight. And, the moment just isn't going to get too big for Jack.
Go to Clinton on the right and then Mike in the middle.
A couple of things tonight, execution-wise at the plate, took the bat out of the hands a couple of times. Everything went right in that regard. Can you talk a little bit about the execution that you guys had up and down the lineup to get so many runs?
Well, I thought, you could see clearly that Senga just didn't have his A stuff tonight. The split was non-competitive. He didn't use a sweeper, and then he was just kind of relying on the cutter, working behind hitters, walking guys. So for us to take our walks, create stress, The Max Muncy base hit was huge, and I just thought tonight we kind of checked down and got some big base hits, whether moving a guy over, moving him up, and then getting a knock. I just thought all night long we were really stubborn. I thought the hitting coaches did a great job of putting together a game plan, and then the players executed.
Mike in the third row.
Dave, you had 10 sacrifice bunts all season. You had 2 in the first 4 innings tonight. What prompted the small ball approach?
It's just playoff baseball. I just think that, it's the truth of the matter is that the postseason is different than the regular season. And, it's about kind of 90 feet and giving yourself, and some of that was making sure Shohei had a chance to get up. But to Tommy's credit, to Kike's credit, driving in those runs were huge. And then Gavin getting the bunt down, Tommy getting the bunt down. It's just team baseball. And I think that, if you can get a guy in scoring position, it just creates a little bit more stress.
I was asking about Shohei. His numbers with guys on base and bases empty are very extreme this postseason. Why do you think that is? And does it just emphasize the importance of having guys on for him?
It's certainly, we're better when we get guys on with Shohei up to bat. Obviously, when guys are in scoring position, there might be a little bit more focus. But I think right now he's in a good spot. And like I said, that last series, I thought he chased a little bit, but I think tonight he got back into his hitting zone and some good things happened. And even one of his outs, was close to being a homer.
Go to the second row on the right.
Yeah, hey Dave. Just curious for your thoughts on Freddie Freeman tonight and how is he feeling after the game?
Haven't talked to him yet. I felt good about getting him out after 7. Take some innings off of his legs. My expectation is that he's going to be in there until I hear otherwise.
First row on the right.
Dave, can you just kind of explain how big that is for Flaherty, not just for the win, but what it frees you up to do with the pitching staff tomorrow? And do you know if that will be a bullpen game?
We are going to run a bullpen game. Not sure right now who's going to start this game. I'll let those guys know tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a bullpen game. And we just came out of it with a lot of kind of guys that are rested and raring to go. So I feel good about that. And so, yeah, Jack being able to do that opens up a lot of things and also kind of saves some looks from some of our guys in the pen from some of their guys.
All right, Doc, we'll take one more with Carey back left.
Dave, it might get lost in all this, but just how important was that deceptive throw by Kike Hernandez, especially squashing a potential rally?
It was a huge play. Obviously, I thought right there, I thought Jack was still, the game was still in the balance, and they started to kind of build an inning. But Kike's heads up kind of body going towards third and then throw behind the runner. Just a heady baseball play. And that right there, I thought took the wind out of their sail a little bit. You're looking at first and second base, nobody out. And, I started getting the pen going a little bit right there. So to be able to get that out and get through that allowed Jack to keep going. So that was a huge play by Kike.
All right, thanks, Dave. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, guys.
大谷選手にフェンス前まで届く長打が出たことで一安心ですね。明日はデイゲームですので、得意な大谷選手にそろそろ1ポンドでかいの打っていただきたいなと思います。それにしてもドジャースの投手陣は絶好調ですね。ブルペン陣はもちろんながら、今日はフラハティ投手の7回無失点6奪三振は圧巻の投球でした。動画内でも多数解説されておりましたが、球のキレもコントロールも素晴らしく、低めにストレートを投げた後に同じコースに曲がり始めの遅いスライダーが来れば、バッターは全部ストレートに見えるでしょう。ストレートだったとしてもスライダーだと思って見逃せばそれはそのまま見逃しの三振になってしまいますし、凄まじい投球だったと思います。この無失点記録はどこまで続くのか、そして大谷翔平選手に一発は飛び出すのか、明日の試合も注目して見ていきたいと思います。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。